Right, welcome guys to the range. Okay, so I thought let me give you an update on our red dot journey. Okay, so if you guys don't know, my name is Dave from Training and Tactics, and about 9 months ago I put a red dot on my Glock 19. I went with a Holosun 407K X2 and I've been running it for, like I said, 9 months. What did I find as pros and cons? So when I first picked up the gun, yes, I battled to find that dot. It would take me forever. I'd be down and up and down and up and left and right, and it took me forever to understand it. Because why? I was so drilled in with iron sights. And iron sights, we are iron sight focused. So we bring up the front one and we make the rear one come into alignment. So for me, I was always trying to find the dot. And then I went on a course and I thought, what am I doing wrong? And they showed me some stuff, but I didn't really walk away there feeling like, man, I understand this thing. And the more I practiced it, the better I got. And when I got better, I kind of realized, hey, this is actually how it works. So I thought, let me share some tips and tricks with you. So like I said, the first time I picked it up, presenting the gun, finding the dot was always a challenge. And that was because I was doing it all wrong from the get-go. I would be bringing the gun up and trying to find the dot instead of focusing solely on my target and then making the gun come up in my peripheral and finding the dot as it came up through my peripheral. So if I look at you and I simply focus my energy on you and I bring my thumb up, oh, I'm on target now. I can see I'm on target because now I'm on target, right? Okay. And that's just simply by following my thumb. That was the main thing. I hope that makes sense. The next thing that I noticed was that all of a sudden it looked like I had Parkinson's. I had such a shake and a wobble. That dot was going all over the place. And I said to the guys when I went to the course, I said, hey, what the hell is going on with me? When I pick up my iron sight gun, I don't feel that I have this Parkinson's disease, but I pick up a red dot and all of a sudden I got this wobble. And he said, yeah, that's just how it is. It highlights that slight movement. And then I was like, okay, I got it. And the more I practiced with it, the better, more stable I got. Okay. Now, accuracy. Do you think it's more accurate than iron sights? I think yes and no. I think that if you want to do precision shots, your iron sights will be exactly the same as a red dot. I don't think there's much difference. But I do believe that being quicker onto target makes you the red dot helps you with that, right? So by simply being able to identify my threat, my target, and I bring the gun up, I don't have to think about it because my gun is there and I just find that dot as it approaches the section that I want to hit, okay? So that was definitely one of the benefits of having a red dot. What I did notice is that because now I'm not focusing iron sight, rear sight, target, iron sight, rear sight, pull the trigger. There was a whole long list of things I had to do before I could squeeze off the round. So under stress, it would take me a lot longer. What I found is that with a red dot, we don't have these problems anymore. I simply have to target, bring the gun up. Oh, it's on target, squeeze. That's it. That was all it is. Putting the dots where I wanted to send it. And sometimes you get like a flash of red, so you kind of know where it is. Sometimes you get like a little zigzag. And sometimes if you go slow enough, you can pinpoint it and then send it. So it was a moment of understanding that there's acceptable sight pictures and then there's precise sight pictures. So do I believe that red dots are a go-to? Yeah. I think red dots are definitely a go-to, and let me explain it like this. Because technology has changed and adapted, so do we, right? And I was stuck, and I was with you guys. I was stuck on being an iron sight guy for life. I was very happy on iron sights. I really loved iron sights, and I can only now, after 9 months of training, and not training a lot, simply just a few rounds, as you see in the videos, a few rounds here and there, putting them on the dot, putting them onto target, just practicing, getting used to that idea, working fundamentals, just keep going. Have I realized that yes, a red dot is definitely beneficial to you. Now, if you don't have one, that's not the end of the world. learn your iron sights, you'll be fine. But if you're thinking about going over to red dot, yeah, I'd say jump on the bandwagon. The only problem that you're going to face is it's going to take you about 2,000 rounds to get used to it. Well, a year, right? Of just practicing consecutively, and you're going to suck at first. But the moment when it clicks, you'll see your shooting will just go to a new height level with speed, from drawing to first shot, from transitions from one target to the next, because you are target focused. Now, what is also another benefit of being target focused is that, for instance, let's say I'm at home and there's a bad guy that approaches me. If I had an iron sight gun, I'd have to say, okay, that's a bad guy. What has he got in his hand? Oh, he's got a gun. Well, I think it's got a gun. So I pull my gun, and then I've got to go, okay, bad guy's there, front sight, rear sight, bad guy, front sight, rear sight, bang. Did you see how long it took me to do that? But as if I go with a red dot, I'd be going, bad guy, oh, he's got a gun up, bang. Because I simply superimpose that red dot or put it in my peripheral vision. I'm not focused on it, I'm focusing on a target, and I simply just bring it into alignment and I send it. Okay. Failing. What happens if my red dot fails? That was always my concern. So if the red dot fails, make sure you got backup sights. So I was busy teaching the other day, and I had a guy on the range with me that had a red dot, and the red dot failed. And I said to him, are your iron sights co-witnessed? And he said, no. I said, okay, so what's your backup plan? He said, I have a laser. I said, cool, put the laser on. Oh, the laser doesn't work. By that time, you're dead. If you have to think about, oh shit, my red dot's not working. Oh, let me put my laser on. Oh, my laser's not working. You're dead. So make sure you have a backup plan that is a foolproof plan that's not going to fail in you. Okay, so iron sights co-witnessed with the red dot, just in case. If I can't find the red dot, I can simply check my front sight is on target and send it. Okay. The next thing about red dots, malfunctions. One of the first problems that I found is that when I had a stovepipe jam, now if you don't know what a stovepipe jam is, it's when you got a case that has failed to eject completely from the slide and it gets stuck in the ejection port. Now, how we'd remedy this on a normal day is we'd simply sweep it across and it would come out. But because the red dot is in the way, when I sweep it, I just hit it into the red dot window, and so it doesn't work. So I had to then learn, okay, if I have that malfunction, I have to now change out the way I normally would fix it. Because normally I'd just sweep it off and I'd go into fight mode. So that was also another thing. So when you transition over to a red dot, make sure you're training malfunctions, make sure you got the co-witnessing, make sure you are practicing that presenting. It will take you a long time, but you will get there and you will see an increase in your shooting ability from day one. Do I think that we need to still learn iron sights? 100%. Iron sights as a whole are good to know, because if I was to get into a fight and my gun was to run dead and I pick up a bad guy's gun, he may not have those nice red dot optics on it or whatever else. He might just have iron sights, and I need to remember how to do that. So it is a good idea to be able to run both platforms, similarly. You will obviously pick up more on one, because the more you train with one thing, the more you'll be equipped to handle that better. But yeah, train with both if you can. Okay, so yeah, red dot journey. Let us know in the comments what you guys think about a red dot, and if you think it's beneficial. I'm a red dot guy now. I'm thinking about putting a red dots on all my guns. Just don't tell the boss lady, she's going to be very upset because it's going to be costly. Okay, average red dots go for about $5,000 for a decent one, but you got to put in the investment. Anyways, I hope you like these videos. Don't forget to like, share, follow, subscribe. As always, guys, my name is Dave from Training and Tactics. Ciao for now.